Well, first off, they expect sanity. They expect civility. And that doesn't mean that the Biden administration and the Palestinian leadership or the Palestinian people will see eye to eye. Joe Biden is a familiar name for Palestinians. Nonetheless, they do expect that to also serve the interest of the United States, that Joe Biden will realign the United States closer, at least, to the international consensus on this conflict, and depart from the illegal positions that the Trump administration took, including violating its own obligations as a Security Council member. So it's not about expecting that Biden will have a magic wand. He won't. Mm-hmm. Or that Biden is coming to save the Palestinians. He won't. But at least he'll be someone with whom dialogue is possible. I think that the Trump legacy, just like Trump himself, are now radioactive in U.S. politics. And I do expect that the Biden administration will roll back some of the measures. We've already heard from the designate Secretary of State designate Blinken that the U.S. doesn't intend to move back the embassy to Tel Aviv where it belongs. And so the U.S. will continue to defy UN Security Council resolutions in that regard. But I do think that the Trump plan, along with the thinking, along with the group of ideological fundamentalists that were with him in the administration, no longer have room in the upcoming official American discourse. So maybe some elements of the so-called Trump plan will creep into U.S. policy. That is likely, especially that we've heard Biden, welcome the normalization with between Arab countries and Israel and so on. But I don't think that the outlook, that the worldview, that the perverse worldview of Trump will persist in the Biden administration. I don't think that there is anything else on the table. The two-state solution is the solution on the table, not just for the Americans, but for the international community, and still for the largest collective of Palestinians, according to opinion polls. Rhetoric is not enough. So to state that you're committed to the two-state solution, as governments around the world have done for the past 30 or more years, is clearly not enough, because Israel is de facto annexing land, de facto making this solution impossible. So the question really is, will Blinken and the administration follow up on that? Will they adopt policies and actions that actually make this solution possible? Because if they, suffice with paying lip service to the two-state formula, from the worldview, again, of serving the interest of Israel, to stay so-called Jewish and democratic, and that's an oxymoron that we can discuss in a different debate. But in any case, that's really the founding or the driving, let's say, motivation behind the support for the two-state formula as far as the U.S. administration is concerned. But we'll see. If they defend it with actions, sure, they will have credibility. If they continue to just talk about it and let Netanyahu run amok and continue to build settlements and slap them on the face, one slap after another, as he's done already before the swearing-in ceremony with Givat Hamatos, then, we're going to get nowhere, and that's never a good place to be in this region. Look, I think Palestinians are very realistic about what to expect from any U.S. administration. This is not our first time dealing with a U.S. administration, so we've learned the song and dance. We know what to expect. We know what the limitations are, especially of a mainstream administration. Having said that, I think the optimism is that there will be renewed dialogue with Washington, and that's a positive development.